Discretion is advised.
Hey YouTube, last video we actually had a Magikarp switch which was quite successful, and I read a lot of the comments and people were saying they wanted an unknown sweep. So as I said, I do take your comments into account, and there were more unknowns, like votes than any other Pokemon vote on there. So I took your advice and I'm going to show you an unknown sweep. And for those who don't really know a lot about Pokemon, or just randomly watching for the lulz, for the trolls, or whatever, Unown actually has only one move, which is Hidden Power. And I chose Hidden Power Dragon because that does hit everything bar the Steel type. So I was kind of counting on no Steels to come across. Okay, so I'm pretty much just going to show you the sweep now. So I was a little bit skeptical on how to actually make this team up, so I kind of just started off with my camera up, because rocks is always good to get up, especially if the opponent has any flying types at all. So she leads with a golem, and that does a lot of damage, and my balloon does pop because, yeah, I just got owned by some rocks. So I set up my stealth rocks myself, and he's going to go down to the earthquake, but that really doesn't faze me, because I just wanted that to set some rocks up and die pretty much. Golem also has a life orb, which is a little different for a lead. I go to my Volbeat. So the plan here was to get some tail glows up, and tail glow in this 5th gen actually raises it by +3, believe it or not. So that's quite cool. So I only have to do 2 of them, which is really good. But I suppose it is a little bit harder with Volbeat because he isn't as frail as a lot of the other nasty plot Pokemon. Anyway, I go for the Thunder Wave because I'm trying to buy myself as much time as possible. And this Blaziken, which he shouldn't even be friggin' using, is hold the Lumberry. I'm like, dude, what is going through your head making that hold a Lumberry? Anyway, so I rely on my Focus Sash, of course. Excuse me. I wouldn't allow any other item on Volbeat because yeah. So I'm gonna I've got a date to catch, so I'm gonna bat and pass out into my Pimp's Moth. Okay, so he goes for the Brick Break, obviously to conserve his overheat, so he doesn't get a massive drop on it. He goes for overheat here. I go for a Morning Sun because I was actually predicting that to hit, and for me to stall that out a bit. So I play the safe game again and go for another Morning Sun, despite knowing what he'd do. But luckily he does go for the overheat, and that works well in my favour. So that actually takes me down to about half. So I use the Morning Sun again, and I actually get most of my health back there. So that's really nice, because yeah, it's kind of balls for him because he's down +4 now. +4. -4, sorry about that. Anyway, so he goes for the overheat yet again. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is going to make my sweep hard if he doesn't switch out. I'm kind of wishing he'd switch out because I'm having to keep heal up all the time. So I go for my second agility here, so that's +4. I'm thinking in my head that may be enough to sweep this guy, because I did actually see his team before the battle, and I'm kind of confident I could sweep him, bar one Pokemon. So I'm going to take a big risk. I'm actually going to take a big risk here and try and just force a switch, really, because I'm sick of this Blaziken. Just switch out, dude. So he goes for the overheat yet again. This is what, the 4th? So he's pretty much doing minimum damage. It's doing nothing at all. And I do have the shield dust ability as well. So finally he switches out and goes to the Lapras. And guess what, guys? It is time for the big bad Unown.